Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, and today I have a collective card reading. So since you found this message, there's a message in this reading for you. So Spirit called me to use this deck called Synchronicity, and it's a deck I haven't used in a while, and it used to be one of my favorite decks. I used it all the time, but Spirit wanted me to use this deck today, and as I took the deck out, I noticed there's 77 cards in this deck, it says on the box. So Spirit's saying the number 77 or sevens are really significant for you right now. So you may be seeing sevens in, as you go about your day, lots of things showing sevens on it. So be on the lookout for that. That's a sign from Spirit, just that you are protected, highly protected right now is what I'm hearing. Also, my nose is itching like crazy, and like right before I turn the camera on, and that's always a sign of Spirit being very strong around me. Like I'll often feel that when I'm getting ready to channel. So it should be an interesting reading. So for this reading, what I'm doing is a 9-card spread, and that's just what I like to do with this particular deck. So 3 rows of 3, and I'll show you the cards as they come out. And I just read cards intuitively, so we'll see what comes through for you today. What message Spirit has for you today. Wow, the cards are being really wild. So the energy in your life might be feeling kind of wild at the moment. And I kind of felt like Spirit really wanted me to do this reading right now with this particular deck. So I feel like there's some specific messages that Spirit wants to get to you right now. Okay. Okay, the first card out is Speaking Truth. Wow, okay. So maybe there's something that you need to speak up about right now. You're ready to express yourself in some way. It's feeling really challenging. I'm drawn to, I love this deck. I love the artwork on this deck, the imagery. So there's like these mountains in the background. I've never actually really noticed that on this particular deck before. And yeah, so it might be feeling really challenging to use your voice in some way. Let's see what else comes out. Intuition just showed its face, but didn't pop out. I like to take jumpers, but I use my intuition, so sometimes I just know when to stop. Okay, so we're getting Retreat and Magician. So that's the first row. Speaking Truth, Retreat, and Magician. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like with Retreat and the mountains in the background of that first card, and this even kind of has the shape of a mountain, you may be feeling like you're retreating from the world a bit as far as speaking up, being authentic, using your voice in some way. You're retreating back from that. And with the Magician here, like the Magician in the tarot, you have everything it takes, everything that you need in order to use your voice. Like I'm feeling even something with my throat chakra. Like I'm not even finding like words properly. So there's definitely maybe some clearing that you can do with your throat chakra right now that could just be supportive and help you. So whatever way works for you, whether you do a visualization, you can find different things even on YouTube, like meditations to clear your throat chakra or support your throat chakra, frequency music, light language, whatever speaks to you could be really helpful. I'm just hearing also like taking care of your throat, like drinking like tea that's very soothing for you, for your throat chakra, could just feel supportive. Okay, Gratitude. Spiritual guidance. Yeah, I was feeling that very, very strongly even before I sat down, that you have a lot of like spiritual protection and guidance around you right now, with the sevens and just like my nose itching. And we've got these two birds. Actually, we have three birds because the first card also had a bird on it. And birds are very symbolic of spiritual energy being around you, spiritual presence, trying to communicate with you, not just being around you, but trying to communicate with you at this time. And you're feeling so grateful for this guidance. And I feel like they're really going to help you. I know we got protecting love. I just feel like so much protection and love around you. And we've got loss here that came out with that card. And this was on the bottom of the deck when I picked it up. And when I was shuffling, I saw it again. So it's now coming out, and it came out with protecting love. So let me sit with this for a minute. She's got three feathers on her head too. So there's like this definite connection with birds. So you may feel like birds are a sign for you of either loved ones in spirit. So with loss, there may be someone in spirit that you've lost and they are around you. And maybe this is this message that wants to come through right now, is that they're with you and you're protected, you're safe. They're guiding you from the other side. And they're so grateful for you speaking your truth about something. So let me get a little bit more. Let's get three more cards here. Flowers could also be symbols for you, like signs from spirit letting them know you're with you. Okay, now we have shaman. And look, he's got three feathers under his chin, just like she had three feathers. So you've got a lot of spiritual guidance, whether it's, I do feel like for some of you, it's just a loved one in spirit, but you also have just other kinds of support around you that is spiritual, spirit animals, for example. So you may have a bear, for example, that's one of your spirit animals. So just kind of notice the signs around you. There's definitely something here about signs with the flowers and the birds and the feathers. Those can all be symbols that spirit is with you. Now here's intuition again. This almost came out when I was first shuffling. Now we have another bird, an owl, and their feathers also you may come across and held. Yeah, this goes with that protecting love. She's even holding a little kitten here, and there's another animal, a cat. So you may even find that you're being guided more than just by your loved ones in spirit, but by spirit animals. And spirit is also saying that sometimes your loved ones can send you messages through animals. Okay, so we have the cat, the owl, the bear here, and this held card, right? You're just like so supported. You're so held right now. And I really feel like, so that's, I've got all 9 cards out now, and let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Healing. Yeah, I feel like you're healing from some kind of loss. And there's little words on this, like a little phrase, and it says, begin to think of the fresh air and the sunshine. I feel like this spirit that's around you, this either loved one themselves or spirit is just bringing this message to you today to help you in your healing process, and that this loved one in spirit wants you to get out in the fresh air and the sunshine, to find happiness again. And there's something here that's key with speaking your truth and not retreating, and that you really have like what it takes with this magician to do that. There's also some birds on this card and a flower. So again, just these signs around you, like you're being greatly supported, even if you feel like you may be alone. And I'm just getting a message also about you may be dealing with something like in your personal life that's requiring you to speak up, like tell the truth about something. I'm feeling for some of you, it might be like even a legal kind of thing. Like maybe you're in a situation like that where you really kind of have to fight for yourself. Advocate is the word that's coming through, that you need to advocate for yourself. And you may be feeling like kind of alone. This is giving me like hermit kind of vibes. And you may be feeling really alone and unsupported. And Spirit wants you to know right now that you have so much spiritual support around you. And sometimes that doesn't really feel like enough, when you're not feeling supported in your physical life. It can be really difficult. But sometimes that just is the reality of things. And Spirit just really wants to emphasize today that they're sending you signs and like messages through the things in your environment. Like I said, like when you see feathers, when you see birds or just animals, take some time to just quiet your mind and just come into your center and open your heart, which just means visualizing your heart space opening, and just be still and see what comes up in your intuition. Okay, so this is really just like listening to that still, very quiet, very subtle voice within. And this takes practice to get to know what your intuition sounds like. It's very, very quiet and it's very subtle. And Spirit also comes through in the same way, and it's very, very quiet. I think a lot of times people who are maybe new to really communicating with Spirit and growing their relationship with Spirit, they expect messages to come through in really loud, like more obvious ways, like hearing a message, like words in your mind, like you would when you're hearing somebody outside of you speaking to you. And it really isn't like that. It comes through as like how you experience your thoughts, right? So just words just come up in your mind. So like I said, when you get one of these signs and like Spirit's trying to communicate with you, and you take a minute and you get quiet, just notice what is the first thing that comes to you, the first words that come up into your mind. When you do this in a place of stillness with the intention to connect with Spirit, what comes up is the message from Spirit. Don't question that. And the more and more you do this, the more you'll trust. The more you'll trust what you're getting. So that's kind of an interesting thing that's coming through here. Let me see what else Spirit wants to say. Yeah, I feel like with the Shaman card, you have a really strong like power animal that is with you and has been with you for a really long time. And this power animal is protecting you, protects your energy, protects your path in ways that you don't even see. Like I'm really feeling like I'm picking up on somebody who's feeling really alone right now. Even if you have people around you, you're just feeling alone in some regard, like you're not supported. And like I said, sometimes when the support is invisible, you question whether it's really there and is it helping you. And sometimes that's all you have. You don't have the support in your physical life, but tuning into your spiritual life, your spiritual world, like we have so much around us that is available and wants to communicate with us all the time. And when you really do start developing a relationship with your spiritual team, you really do feel less alone. And you can have these times when you retreat into like your own space. It's like if you can like set up a space in your home to communicate with Spirit, like a little meditation space or something, that could be really helpful and really help you feel less alone. And you'll be able to start receiving messages from Spirit that will be comforting and supporting. And also listen to your intuition, and that will help guide you as far as whatever this like speaking your truth is about. Like I said, it's feeling like it's something that's making you really like anxious, something you feel like you need to speak up about. And you're really feeling like you wish you had somebody to talk to about this, like in your real life, and you don't. And Spirit's saying you can still communicate with either a loved one that's passed on, maybe somebody that you used to talk to and like get advice from is now in spirit. And they're saying that you can still talk to them and they will give you their advice and their support. You just have to learn how to listen and receive what they're sharing with you. And it does take time, but Spirit's saying if you put the time in, it's going to pay off and you are going to start receiving messages from them. And I feel like maybe that's also another message. Just, yeah, there's somebody who's lost someone and they're really missing being able to just have them in their life to communicate with. And Spirit's saying even though they're on the other side and they're not in your physical life right now, you can still communicate with them. Just start practicing, and whatever comes up, don't feel like you're making it up. Really trust what you're getting, and the more and more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be. Yeah, there's just so much like love and you know, you're held, you're protected. There's like this embracing feeling here. We've got this bird like speaking into her ear. So I feel like when you communicate with this person on the other side, and really anybody on your spirit team, you are going to get these messages through, it's called clairaudience, which is like hearing the words in your mind. But again, they come up like thoughts. They don't really sound like when you are talking with somebody and you're listening to their words, like you're hearing me now. It's not hearing like that. It's truly just hearing the thoughts, realizing the thoughts are there. I hate using the word hearing really because it's kind of deceiving because you don't really experience it as hearing like you hear sounds. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And this last part here, I wanted to just mention one more thing before I close, is this gratitude card. And your spirit team just wants you to know how grateful they are. And this is tying in with this speaking your truth. There's so much gratitude from your spirit team. Like they're proud of you. It's more of like a feeling proud kind of energy that's coming through that gratitude card. And they're proud of you for speaking your truth, even when you feel like you're alone. And you've got this, they're saying. And they've got your back. And they're there for you, even though they're not in your life presently at this time. So I hope this message finds who it was meant for. If this reading resonated for you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Sending you a lot of love. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.